What's going on, everyone? Steve here at the DJ Lab. Going to show you something real quickly. People have been asking about seeing the DJS-1000 hooked up with an XDJ-XZ, so I hooked them up, and it's real simple. The send out from the XDJ-XZ goes into the Pioneer DJS-1000. There's the input. It's a 1/4 inch. And then the RCA comes out of here and goes into whichever channel you have, 3 or 4, that you want to use. And then you follow up by putting the Ethernet cable from the unit to whichever channel you got it plugged into, whether it be 3 or 4. So then you're pro-linked in. I'm going to just quickly show you how I run things. Most people are going to capture loops out of this thing, and that's okay, but it seems kind of like, you know, it's just a loop machine at that point. How much fun can you have running a bunch of loops in behind your tracks? Like, this is, you know, 8 years ago Tractor, where we were running remix decks and capture loops and stuff. So this is a little bit better. Gonna make this the master. Just got a loop going here. Gotta change the quantization to a 1/4 to make this work.
When you're in my hut. When you're in my hut, you know what's up.
Girl, you make me go insane.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Yes, y'all, you don't stop. Put your hand up for Detroit. I love this city. It's that soul food shit, electro shit, minimal shit, whatever.
Hi. Way too hot.
In the beginning, there was Jack, and Jack had a groove. And from this groove came grooves all grooves. And while one day viciously throwing down in the spots, Jack opened the sled, left it on the house.
Ready or not, rock, roll, you get high.
Can't handle it. This drug music.
Mushroom clouds playing motherfucker.
This like shit. All girls that be feel like this.
I wanna rock right now.
Touch it, bring it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it.
Ooh la la la, there's some way that we run. Make me feel mighty real. Make me feel mighty real.
Things like it get approved.
No, no, you don't love me, and I know now.
So, yeah, that's just a quick little, I got a bunch of acapellas. That's a bunch of work. That's a whole nother video right there of how to chop up acapellas and add little echoes and stuff to them. That's not difficult. It just, you got to sit down and, it's a little bit of work. That's all. The other thing I'll show you quickly, too, we're just going to do a brand new project. And it's about doing live sampling because it's not difficult. Let's just get a different loop going in here. So the phase meter going. But what's interesting with the DJS, every time you start it, it wants to take over as a master. So you always have to come back and tell that to be the master, and now you're all good. You go to the sample button, got a bunch of blank pads. So the only thing that I find personally with this is I seem to always have to open this up and make some kind of adjustment. You can see the transients and you can see like the little beat grid here, and you just got to make a quick little adjustment and then it's fine. Maybe it's not fine. So maybe what it was, I'll tell you, I know exactly what it was. Quantization, I'm going to set to 1. Make this the master again. This is all synchronized up. It's funny, it says it's synced, but when I look at it, okay, now we're good, I think. We'll see. Let's try that again. So I go into the sample, I can unload the sample. But it still always sounds out. I always got to go in here and make that little adjustment. And then, of course, the other thing you do too is if you like that sample, you just hit save, save it to the USB. And there's your sample. Gotta unload that one there. It's funny enough, this one here, it seemed to kind of go bang on. The other thing, the most important part of this whole thing too, is you are going to be sampling whatever your effects channel is set to, because that's how it knows what setting to go to. So what makes it interesting about that is you could on your headphones be sampling, you could be playing out something and you could be sampling off the deck with the volume down as long as the send is happening. I believe that's, you know what, let's just double check that. I think you can do that. You used to be able to do it with the 900, so it should be no different. Yeah, I can already tell because the in volume is going. So I got that running. Then we're just going to do this. Now I'm sampling from the volume that's down. Make a little adjustment here on the position of it. And that's it. You know, it might not be the best video, but it kind of gives you an idea that it's very easy to do. Like I said, for some reason, I used to think before my issue was going through the RMX was kind of creating some kind of latency somewhere. But as I can see, going straight from this unit to this one here, to still get that perfect loop, it's close. Make a quick little adjustment, but it's not exactly bang on perfect like Tracker with a remix deck capturing. You know what I mean? So that's it. Hopefully this helps you out, helps you decide if you want to add this to your system or not. Like I said, I think personally, acapellas chopped up is kind of what this is really, really cool for. But I've seen a lot of people on the DJS-1000 Facebook group that are just killing it with this machine. They're making all kinds of tracks with it. Something else you can add with this as well too. I don't have it hooked up at the moment, but I'll bring it into view so you can see. And it's this. That's the Pioneer AS1. This is a baseline, well, it's a synthesizer, analog synthesizer. This hooks up with this here, right? So that way you can play the pads and you can play the scales and all that other fun stuff. And once again, with this here, it could just, you know, hook this up to the other channel. So you could have, you know, sampler, then have this on the other external channel, and you got a full system. Anyways, that is it. I'll talk to you guys all later. Sorry for the long video. Maybe I'll try and make a shorter one soon.